Hello and welcome. I was asked to make a video how to get started with solving a big personal problem with modern energy and with the power of the positives, essentially. So, how do I start? What do I do? So I thought I'd make this video so we can understand how the process works. And you can work along with me, and remember, you can always pause the video to do your own personal energy tapping, because I'm going to be using the fast method so that we can get an idea how the various sequences sort of hang together in modern energy tapping. Okay, so let's start first of all by considering the problem, because this is for one of those problems that seems like it's a huge wall in front of you, and you've tried many times to get through it, to get over it, to get under it, to get round it, and it just hasn't worked, and it's just remained this big old roadblock in your life. And to the point that you're thinking, oh, perhaps it's karma, or perhaps it's meant to be, or perhaps God doesn't want me to, ... But well, it might be, it might not be. In general, when we do energy work, if something's right and we're doing energy work on it, it gets stronger and more powerful and righter, and we can really, feel that it's right. But if something is wrong, then sort of modern energy work can really make it go away, and then we feel better and can do something about it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to define the problem. And we'll do that in the heart position, because that really helps always to keep us strong and stable, and happy. So something that we might want to do is to make a note of what we are going to be working on, to actually write it down, so we have a piece of paper, and then we can look at that, can look at the words and remind ourselves what it is that we are working on. As keeping this personal development sequence together, which might not be a single session, but it might actually sort of stretch out over a week or two until a star event is reached, or some kind of conclusion or a threshold shift, so that the problem is different. And then obviously we need a different setup, a different description, and a new beginning. So let's now consider this problem that you've got, and you've had for ages, and and what I want you to do is to state what it is out aloud. I'm not going to state the problem out aloud, because that's just going to confuse everybody who's listening. So I want you to take a deep breath and say out aloud, my problem is that I can't . Okay, so please remember, you can stop this video at any time if you need more time to think about what your problem is, or to formulate a good way in which you are explaining what your problem is. My problem is that I can't. My problem is that I won't. My problem is that I don't know how to. However you like to phrase your problem is perfectly okay. It's your problem, so you get to say what you want. I'm going to work with this base setting of my problem is that I can't. And then there can be anything behind that. Okay, that's my problem. What's the first positive we need now? The very first positive. And I've got one here that I'm going to use for my personal sequence here, and hopefully you have a personal positive that will help you too. What's the very first positive that you need not to get over this problem immediately in one sequence, in 1 second, have a star experience right out of the gate, although absolutely you can do if you want. But what's the first positive here to get us started? Some of the ones that I sometimes suggest when people go totally blank on this is, it would take a miracle, but in my case I'm going to use the positive hope. I need hope, because I've tried so many times and it's never worked. So, you know, I kind of lost hope by now. And that's the reason why we're here and doing this. Because, well, you still have a good hope it's going to work out. You're just working away at it, whatever it is, and all happy and go forward and positively and happily. So I'm going to use hope, I need hope, as my first positive to help overcome this problem that I have. So when you've got your positive, by all means, do that too. I'm going to use the fast version of energy tapping for this. So, hope. I need hope that this problem can be overcome. Hope. 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 That was nice. That woke me up. That's good. It's a wonderful thing with the positives that as soon as you start doing something positive, you just wake up and it's just, yes, some energy is starting to move and to flow. Please stop the video if you're going to do this slowly and deliberately, your first positive, until you also come a little bit awake and you're happy and you've got your first positive. And what we'll do then is we'll look back at our problem. My problem is that okay, and we'll do that in a heart position to stop our energy system from collapsing immediately again. So my problem is that I can't do. And we've done hope, or your personal positive of your choice. So what's the next thing? Okay, what else do you need? What more do you need? Is there a special talent that you might need to overcome this problem? Is there a special thing of magic that would be needed? Like I needed to be tapped with a magic wand, or I need an angel to come and help me out, or I need divine intervention, or I need to be somebody else, a personality transplant. We have an entire video on that one. I need to be someone else. I need to change. What is it that you need to solve this problem? This is the art solutions problem. Let's not paint the problem, let's paint the solution here. If this solution had a shape, a form, a color, an idea, what would it be? What is our next positive going to be? And really don't worry about it, because it's just the next positive. You can't do this wrong. You can't go in the wrong direction. With the positives, we're always going in the right direction, which is kind of brilliant. So don't stress over this. Just let something come to you. And if you can't think of anything else, then just more energy. Yeah, and I think that's the one that I'm going to use for my second positive. Just more energy. Because when you have more energy running through the system, then you have more power, you have more patience, you have more hope, you have more purpose, and you can get at whatever the damn problem is here in a much more proactive and practical fashion. So I'm all for this. So my second positive is going to be energy. I need more energy to get over this problem. Okay, let's do this. I want more energy to get over that problem. More energy. Much more energy. Much better energy flow. I want more energy. Whew. Oh. So now what we want to do is we want to look back at our problem that we started with. My problem is that I can't. So look at that now, and what thoughts come into your mind now? So this is really testing for the change that the energy work has made. When you see that problem statement, has that changed? Have your thoughts changed? Have your feelings changed? So in my case, when I look at my problem statement here, there's sort of a can't is probably not the right word here. I'm not sure about the can't anymore. When we first started, it was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. I've tried, I failed, I can't do this. Now when I look at it, it's more like, I guess I really haven't tried 100%. And there's a little smile attached there somewhere. It's not kind of an accusatory statement, but it's more like, I can't. It's really more, I won't do this. So, yeah, so for me now, the problem statement after 2 rounds has changed. So, what can I do to make me want to solve this problem? What can I do to inspire me so that it's going to be easy to solve the problem? What is the third positive going to be? Whew. And as I'm asking these questions, I'm actually getting sort of energy kicks and energy tingles throughout my body. So there's some energy now flowing that wasn't flowing before. Perhaps no, that's fine. I did ask the right questions. I used the right positives that got us here. So I'm feeling now really, really tingly after just 2 things. And the additional insight that it's not a question of that I can't, but actually I won't. And so when I thought that unlocked quite a bit of energy. So now the next question is, so what's my third positive now here? What is my third positive going to be here? I have this problem that I won't do certain things. Yeah, inspiration. Absolutely, inspiration. I need some inspiration. And that's just energy, and it can come from anywhere. Could be from God itself, divine inspiration, could be from another person, could be from a life experience. Inspiration is going to be my third positive. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'm really looking forward to doing that now. Inspiration, I just want, not just need, so that I want with all my heart, I want inspiration. Inspiration to get over this silly old problem. Inspiration. Inspiration. I am open to inspiration. I feel like I'm opening myself to outside influences, inspiration probably from other people. Oh, wow. And there's this, I just had this thought, help, to opening myself to being helped by other people. What an extraordinary idea that is. I've never thought that I closed myself off from being helped by other people. I just thought they weren't being very helpful. So, okay, that's what came up. So as my fourth positive here, that's going to be then help. Opening myself to help, to accepting help, just receiving. That's a nice positive. And I don't get any kind of reversal on that. Try and find positives for yourself that you find interesting, inspirational, that you actually want to work with, rather than through gritted teeth. So for me, this positive receiving, just receiving energy, receiving help, receiving the wind beneath my wings. Yes, I'm 100% into that. This uplifting. Uplifting. Oh, that's nice. Receiving, uplifting. What shall we do with that? Well, there's two positives there. One's receiving, the other one's uplifting. It's okay. We have time to do them both. Let's do them both. I'm going to do them both, and you can stop the tape and do yours. Receiving. I'm happy to receive. Receiving. Whew. Oh, there's weird stuff sort of in my back going on there. Strange things happening in my spine. In my energy spine, not in my hard spine. Okay, and the other one was uplifting. Okay, let's do uplifting. That wind beneath my wings, I'm just going to use that. Wind beneath my wings. I need more wind beneath my wings. Wonder wind. I need more wonder wind. Oh, that's a beautiful positive. I need wonder wind. Whew. I can sense that wonder wind. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's that this wonder wind probably exists all the time and everywhere, and it's always around us. And it's just us in our sort of low energy states that we don't feel it or sense it. Oh, wonder wind, that's beautiful. Okay, I absolutely love that wonder wind thing. And for me, that would be a great way to end this session on the big problem. I've done a number of positives, one after the other, using the extra fast energy moving technique. You can obviously energy tap this, or just go straight at it with emo. You know, where do I feel this need for energy in my body, and let it flow in through and out. But in essence, this is how we tackle a big problem, a big roadblock to our lives in modern energy in self-help. We'll write our problem on a piece of paper so that we don't forget what it is, because you soon can when you start getting higher and the energy starts to flow, and then you're like, woohoo, actually I can't remember what I was doing. I'm going to go out and paint the garden fence. And so to keep the personal development on track, it's really helpful to just write it down on a piece of paper so you have it in front of you, and then you can come back to it and say, okay, so how has this changed, or which is the next positive that I need? And you keep your card with the problem around until it's solved. And you can do this quickly every day, and also track. This is so interesting, and track how this problem evolves over time. Once you start doing the energy work for it, what happens? Are there signs? Are people behaving differently towards you? Are you thinking different thoughts, and you have new ideas and possibly inspirations to tackle this problem from a different angle? Is there something that you're all of a sudden thinking, wow, I'd never thought of that before in this context? All these things tend to happen when energy starts to flow better and our sort of blockages and reversals go away, and then our mind is set free to clearly think about the problem and then find the next step that we want to take. And see, this is then a basic protocol. So let's say the next step that you have to take in order to solve the problem is some kind of a thing that needs to be done in the hard. So say you have to go and see a bank manager, for example. And now that's the problem, a hurdle, the barrier, the block. I freak out at the idea of having to go into town and talk to a bank manager. Freak out is horrible. It's a big problem. My problem is that I am totally reverse to seeing the bank manager. So we can make a new card with that problem written on it. What's the first positive we need to get over this problem? Something attractive, something fun, something that you like to work with. What's the next positive and what is the next positive? Until that problem is solved. And it really is quite a remarkably simple way and yet extremely structural to work your way through even very old and convoluted problems that may have many, many components. So really, we just start with saying what the problem is. We get on that stepstone road to success. With every positive, we take one step on our stepstone road to success, and that is how we simply work with positives in modern energy to solve even old and long and protracted problems. Very simple, very nice. I really recommend it. I feel that I have made major progress in the quest to overcome my goal. I have an awesome new positive that I've discovered, the Wonder Wind, which I will also write down and play with in many different ways, because that really made my neurology tingle. I might do some modern energy art for the Wonder Wind, or do some really nice slow tapping on the Wonder Wind, meditate on it, go into sanctuary and experience standing somewhere on this beautiful plain, just closing my eyes and feeling the Wonder Wind and the lifting of the Wonder Wind that just lets you rise up into the sky. Oh wow. You know, if you have a really gorgeous positive that you found, they're so precious. They're like jewels. And they're really, really marvelous. I do hope you'll try this. I do hope you will find some beautiful positives for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Lots of blessings, and bye.